Namaskar student. In this semester, I will teach you a paper named Travel Documentation. In this video, basically, I will give you a brief introduction about travel documentation. Basically, when we start talking about travel documentation, the basic question comes in front of us is what are travel documentation. I just write it in the short way. What are travel documentation? TD. So the simple meaning of travel documentations is the documents which are required for travel. The documents which are required for travel. That is known as travel documentation. If I just say an example, you are traveling from Delhi to Goa. So for going to Goa, first of all, you have to book your air tickets, you have to book your hotels, you have to book your transfers, you have to book your meals, you have to book the guide service, etc. So while traveling, you should have all these things with you, like for air ticket, or you may have a rail ticket. You can go to Goa by train also, a rail ticket. So you would be having a ticket of railway or a ticket of air in your hand. Either it is an e-ticket or a paper ticket. Now as far as airlines is concerned, you would be having the e-ticket with you. If you are traveling by rail, you may have a e-ticket as well as a paper ticket. You need to carry the hotel vouchers along with you, you need to carry the transfers vouchers along with you, you need to book the restaurants, and you have to have meal vouchers with you. And again, the from where you have booked the guide service, they will surely issue you a voucher which would be having the details of the guide, the contact number and all that. So in case of domestic sector, all these things will work as a travel documentation. Now if we are going for outbound tour, if we are going for outbound travel, we need further specific documents, like we need passport, we need visa, we need currency services, we further need insurance, and in some cases we may need some special permits, like we may need protected area permits and we may need restricted area permits. So all these things comes under the preview of all these things makes our subject which we are going to study is the travel documentation. So basically we will study about the documents which we need for outbound travel or for the inbound tourists. Or for the inbound tourist. Inbound tourist means when a foreigner is coming to India, he also needs certain documents. He also have to have a passport. He also have to have a visa. He also need currency. He must have an insurance, and he may require protected area permit or restricted area permits. So we will study about all these things. Let me give you a brief about all these things. What we are going to study in these specific topics, like we have a topic of passport, we have an entire unit on passport. We are going to study a lot of things on passport, like why do we need a passport, why do we need a passport, how the passport can be obtained, how the passport can be obtained. What are the various types of passport? What are the various types of passport? Like if I tell you there are three types of passport. One is ordinary passport, then we have a diplomatic passport, then we have a VVIP passport. So these are the three types of passport which we are going to study. Then how the passport can be obtained? We will discuss the detailed procedure how this passport can be obtained. Like we will study about the fees system of the passport, what are the various fees for the adult, child, minor. Then we have we can obtain the passport, or the passport can be applied in a normal process, or it may be applied in a tatkal process. So we will discuss about the normal process to obtain a passport, and we will also discuss about the tatkal scheme to obtain a passport. Then we will study about the number of pages, in a passport. Like we have 30 pages passport and 36 pages passport and 60 pages passport. We will discuss in detail about these things. Then for obtaining passport we need certain documents. Now what are these documents? Like what are the documents which are acceptable as an address proof? We will study about this in detail. We will study about the documents which are used for date of birth proof. Then we will study, if you want to apply your passport, about non-ECR category or ECNR passport, immigration check not required. So if you want to get your passport, non-immigrant passport, then what additional documents do you need? We will study about all these things. Then nowadays the whole of the passport process is online. To obtain a passport is online. We will study about this whole of the online process, how you can make an account on passport seva portal, how the police verification is being done, what is the step by step procedure when you have gone for an appointment over there in a passport seva kendra. So we will study about all these things in detail. Further, we will also study about the some brief introduction about our passport act also. There are certain penalties in various circumstances, so we will study about those penalties also. So all these things is covered in one unit, and that is related to passport. We will study in detail about the passport. Then we will study about the visas. See, when we talk about travel documentation, one of the important document is passport, about which we will study, and the another important document is visa. So visa is a very technical issue. There are specialized people are sitting in the travel trade who are specifically dealing in the visas, and there are around 210 countries for which we need a visa, and every country has a different requirement for visa. So we will study about visa requirement for few of the tourist based country where people go for tourism purpose. We will study the requirement of documents for those country. Apart from that, we will study about the various types of visa. In various types of visa, like we will study about tourist visa, we will study about the business visa, we will study about medical visa, we will study about student visa, we will also study about work permits. We will also study a bit about PRs, that is permanent residentship. Permanent residentship, which is also a type of visa, PR. So we will study about this also. Then we will study about the single entry visa. We will study about multiple entry visas. All these things we will study in detail. This is also under the visa part. Then we will study about the documents required to obtain tourist visa. Tourist visa for some specific country. For some specific countries. It is not possible to cover all the 200 around 210 countries in the entire syllabus, but we will study about some of the visa requirement for some specific countries. So we will study all these things under the visa section. Then we have the currency regulations. We will study about the currency regulations. Like in currency, if someone is traveling for a tourist visa, there is requirement, he can carry a different amount of currency, and if he is traveling on a business visa, he can carry a different amount of currency. What are the various documents do you need if you are going to buy a currency? That all the things we are going to study about currency regulation. Then there is a concept of BTQ, that is called as basic travel quota. What is the basic travel quota as far as tourist visa is concerned? What is, if you are traveling for a business visa, what is the BTQ? If you are traveling for medical purpose, what is the BTQ? And if you are traveling for study purpose or on a study visa, what is BTQ? So all these things we are going to cover under this particular topic, that is the currency regulation. We will study about this. Then we will study a brief about insurance. Insurance is basically an overseas mediclaim insurance. Overseas mediclaim insurance. How the insurance can be obtained. How the insurance can be obtained. What are the things covered under insurance? What are the various things covered under insurance? We will study about this thing. And then how you can, that I have already told you, how you can issue the insurance. These all things we will study under this. Then we will also study about special permits. Like visa, sometimes you may have to take some special permits. In if you are traveling in, like if I take the example of India, if you are traveling in in few of the parts where, just for an example, if I tell you the example, where tribal areas. So in that case, you may need some protected area permits, PAPs, and you may need some restricted area permits. So we will study about the various cases of PAP and RAP. And one another important topic, which is very important, that is the health regulations. Health regulations. We will also study about the health regulations. Like nowadays, due to COVID-19, the in even in India, the health regulations are changing day by day. Earlier, that COVID-19 protocol was not there, but now I think this would be a must included thing in the coming time. So we will study about the health regulations. Like we will study about the one of the health document, which is called as yellow fever certification, which is an important topic in health regulations. So we will study about these health regulations also in travel documentation. So I have told you a brief about what we are going to study in this particular paper. We will take it one by one, all the subjects, and I will try my best that you can understand all these topics in a better manner. Thank you very much.